Homicide Dave McDonald.
Go out to New York City, find a homeless guy, murder him. Batman Snuff Rises.
Chris Pepper Stanley.
Jedi
So
was
much
the best
better.
one. I'm sorry I don't like the second one the best like everyone else.
Sean O. Barry.
This is what you get in my house with spilling paint in the garage. Do I stutter?
Roy Schaefer Harder.
I was ready to don a Yankee outfit and go bash people's brains and run through the streets.
They are the movie experts. They are the movie masters. They are the Watchers.
Yes, sir. The Watchers return with a vengeance. This evening, we look at the Oscar nominations. It's our pre-Oscar special. And also, I intend, because this will be the first time that the Watchers have been on since the brand new revelation of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. And you know the Dave Man needs to touch on that. Eastside Dave, Chris Pepper Stanley, Sean O'Barry, Roy Schaefer Harder, the core four into his it's the Watchers! Well, the Oscar nominations are out for Best Picture. You have Selma, which is the Martin Luther King thing. You have Boyhood, Richard Linklater's experimental film. You have American Sniper, which has become a political hot button. You have The Imitation Game. You have The Theory of Everything. The Grand Budapest Hotel by Wes Anderson. Birdman, starring Michael Keaton, and the film called Whiplash, which is, I don't know, Pepper, about roller derby?
Drumming. It's about
It's
drumming.
about drumming?
Jazz drumming.
I got to be honest. The Dave Man, who's in the Writers Guild, gets a lot of screeners, did not get Whiplash. Don't know a gosh damn thing about it, Road.
You look like an idiot now.
I feel like a dumb, redheaded fucking idiot.
I have a copy of it, but I haven't watched it yet.
You
want
were
to.
supposed to give me a copy of the Birdman, by the
Yeah,
way.
my computer's trashed.
You never
I
did.
can't burn anything.
So I didn't see Birdman, with all apologies to Michael Keaton, although I am saying that I want Michael Keaton to be to win Best Actor.
Don't give it away yet. We're not even up to Best Actor.
Okay.
One at a time. Slow down, boys.
Now. Here, let's get right into it. Now, if you're going to ask me what's been nominated for Best Picture and what should win, the Dave Man has, by a goddamn mile, the Grand Budapest Hotel, directed by Wes Anderson, needs to win the Best Picture. It is the best film of the year, again, by a long country mile. In fact, I feel like this could be Wes Anderson's first adult movie. And not that, Royal Tenenbaums had adult themes. There was suicide attempt.
Jeering
and, Rushmore. There was, the guy's mom died.
So why do you call it his first adult film?
I call his first adult film because it feels like Wes Anderson, he took it up a notch. The beginning of the film was very Kubrickian, with the layout of the hotel, with the colors, with everything. I just feel like he raised the bar. It's one of his best films. Yes, I put it in a Rushmore Tannenbaum's category, and I love Bottle Rocket, of course. But if you're going to ask me my 3 favorite Wes Anderson films, that's now in the top 3.
Is
and
it?
Yes, and it is the best picture of the year. Pepper, do you agree or disagree?
I disagree with most things you just said. I don't think it's his first adult film. I don't think it's one of his top 3 films.
All right, but how about that for Best Picture?
I think it's going to win Best Picture.
You don't think it should win?
I just said I think. Pay attention.
No, I know you said you think it's going to. Do you think it deserves to win? It's a big difference.
I don't think it deserves to win.
What would you have?
I would probably say Birdman. I think Birdman's the best film.
Birdman.
I know you haven't seen it, but I think Grand Budapest Hotel, I think this is Wes Anderson's year. I think this is the year they give it to him, even though he should have won for Royal Tenenbaums.
The shocking thing is that he hasn't even been nominated.
That's correct, yeah.
I mean, that Royal Tenenbaums or Rushmore. Let's be honest, too. Bill Murray got nominated for Best Actor for Lost in Translation only because the Academy decided, oh, my God, we fucked up. Bill Murray should have been nominated and won for Rushmore, probably in a supporting actor role, but nonetheless, Bill Murray we should be calling him Oscar-winning actor Bill Murray because of
You should
Rushmore.
have got one for Caddyshack already.
All right, Roy.
William. Remember the year? Do you remember the year he was nominated?
Roy
They
Shea.
showed all the faces of everyone who lost, and they do it every year.
Yeah.
And he looked genuinely
look
pissed and sad.
Him and Sam Jackson. Because if you remember, Sam Jackson lost in Pulp Fiction supporting actor. He lost to Martin Landau for Ed Wood. And Sam Jackson literally let out an F-bomb that was not audible, but you could see it. Fuck!
That's all he
and,
says.
and by the way, I mean, I love Ed Wood, but you can't argue that that character of Jules in Pulp Fiction is legendary. I mean, it's a pop culture icon.
The Oscars make mistakes every single year.
Every year.
It's every year.
Every single year.
You can point out every single year of the Oscars and multiple things. Why did that win?
All right.
Dances with
Now,
Wolves.
let's talk about Boyhood because Roy Schaefer and Sean O'Barry, I let them borrow my screener.
That's right.
And they watched said film. Did you see Boyhood, Pepper?
No.
Okay. You two guys saw Boyhood.
Yeah.
And I want to hear your opinions. I'm down on Boyhood, but I want to hear yours first.
I loved it.
You did?
I thought it was great. Dan.
Really?
I sure did. You know why?
Okay.
I like Linklater's. Like he's got this thing with time.
Okay. See, Pepper. See, now he's doing inside jokes that no one's gonna
What are you
understand.
talking about? I'm
We
just
were
a
in the
legit movie.
stairwell and we were smoking cigarettes. And one of the people who works here, one of the visual editors,
Jake
his
Gyllenhaal.
name is Josh, but I call him the Nightcrawler.
He looks like Jake
He
Gyllenhaal.
looks exactly like Jake, but he looks like Jake Gyllenhaal in Nightcrawler. And the Nightcrawler said he loves Richard Linklater because he always experiments with time. So now Roy is
Well, he
just
made a good point, and I'm bringing it to the light of the.
yeah, but no one's gonna know. Shono's laughing, but no one's gonna know that you're just basically ripping off what someone else said 5 minutes ago off the air.
He did that for me.
Now, come on, give me a real opinion. Did you really like Boyhood?
Yeah, I did.
For real?
actually. No, yeah, it's like no.
Why?
No cap and gown. It was.
All right, he won't be serious because that's also what the Nightcrawler said, and it's just Shono. Did you like Boyhood?
I did. I liked it a lot. I liked I mean, it's a coming of age story. Yeah, like, I think your biggest complaint with it was that nothing big happens.
Exactly.
It's just the kid going through his life.
It's a lot of little events.
It's a lot of
I
little
don't
events.
need to see it. I can think about my own life, and the fact is that in most people's lives,
I like what
more shit happens. There are more distressing incidents. There are more memorable events in real human beings' lives than in a fucking Hollywood movie.
a good
And
point.
listen, I'm not down on Linklater.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk about being experimental, I thought Slacker is one of the coolest films he ever did, where there is no lead character. You follow one person who for 5 minutes, that person talks to another person, and then the camera follows that person for 5 minutes who talks to another one, so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
he has
In other words, there's 40 main lead actors in Slacker.
Yeah.
And of course, Days of Confused is brilliant, and the Sunset Trilogy and all that. Boyhood, Jack and shit happened in that movie, and Jack left town.
Let's face it, his attention to detail was incredibly important too. You notice the music that he used for the scenes. It was so perfectly timed for each.
Yeah, in the 90s, he plays, No Doubt.
Hell yeah.
And then in the 2000s, In Sync and shit, I mean, Roy, it was in fucking American Graffiti. Oh, guess what? It was a movie set in the early 60s, so George Lucas decided to have an early 60s soundtrack.
But even
to
as
me,
a-
that's not exactly
Well, I was impressed
groundbreaking.
by it.
But even as a director, he made a point to grasp or to show you the technology that was even being used for even how they listen to that music. They made a point to show the kid's iPod.
Right.
And
This is basic.
no.
If you watch a Martin Scorsese movie in Casino, it's not like Robert De Niro is going to be on a fucking iTouch.
no. But it's different
should've,
because
Well,
of the
that
fact
would have been weird.
he
huh?
was, he was time capsulating it from
the goddamn Vegas odds on my iTouch. Go ahead.
from the age of the kid when he was younger. I mean, they found these child actors that were able to sustain for 15 years and come back to the
I didn't
shoot
think there was
every
anything
year.
special
Yeah,
by it.
what kind of
I thought-
contract did they have? With the signing with
I
the
thought that was
parents?
impressive alone.
I personally didn't feel like the acting was that spectacular, even though Ethan Hawke got nominated for supporting actor in the film.
So did
it's
what's her name?
to me,
Patricia Arquette.
it's more of a reward for a guy, trying something new, which again, I'm all for. Try something new.
How do you
but
get back-
that doesn't mean that an hour and a half into the film Boyhood,
Yeah.
I was desperately checking my phone, seeing how much longer of this shit do I have to wade through? And the fact of the matter was, it was a 3-hour movie of nothingness.
But how do you get back into character 2 years later? Hey, we need you back on set 2
Yeah,
years
seriously,
from
Dave,
now
think about
to,
it.
to become this character again for a couple of weeks, and then we'll see you again in a couple of years. I mean, it was a pretty phenomenal.
Standard Hollywood contract. What do you mean? He signed the people. He said, "Listen, I'm going to make an experimental film every few years. You're going to be in the movie."
You keep laughing
Am I
at it.
wrong about
Oh,
this?
there is a 16. How long did they shoot it for?
15 years?
15 years. I
Something
mean, no
like that.
contract lasts for 15 years.
Yeah, seriously, that's like heavy duty. I don't know how they got that one through.
That's technically not correct. Mark Hamill, all the way back to Star Wars, signed a contract where they said that he signed like some kind of crazy ass, 20, 30-year contract with Star Wars.
What an
Hence,
idiot.
Mark Hamill is in Star Wars Force Awakens, which we will get to later in the program after the Oscar spectacular. So you guys would vote for Boyhood over Grand Budapest Hotel.
That's no. You're putting words in my mouth, David. I would vote for Grand Budapest Hotel, but I think that Boyhood deserves to be there.
You do think Boyhood deserves to be there?
That's correct.
That's fine with me. Put it in the nominations. If Boyhood beats Grand Budapest Hotel, I'm going to jump through the goddamn television, just the way I saw some Seahawks fan tackle his television post Super Bowl, which is online. Did you see that Vine, Pepper?
Yeah.
The guy runs into his flat screen TV. I mean, if they had given that guy the fucking football, they would have won the game. But we'll get to that in the David Mack Sports program, and not here.
Boyhood was the favorite going into this before American Sniper got released wide, but I'm hearing American Sniper now is creeping up.
Okay,
as
good.
A dark horse.
Good. I want.
'Cause it made what, $200 million?
Americans. Oh, it's going to be Clint Eastwood's biggest film, either as an actor or director, box office wise. Now, American Sniper. I could take the politics out of it. I don't always need, and I know it's based on a real dude and real events and all this shit. But at the same time, I could just watch a movie and escape. I thought it's a good film. I did. I thought it's a good film. Is it more original than Grand Budapest Hotel? Absolutely not. It's to me, it's kind of a
biopic.
Saving Private Ryan, but in Iraq
I
type of
prefer
thing.
Sniper with Billy Zane and.
Oh yeah, well, I mean Billy Zane, America's sweetheart, Billy Zane.
Where's
from
he
the
been
early
anyway?
90s.
Where's he been?
Yeah.
I don't know. He made Titanic and one fucking
Zoolander, remember?
horrible
Superhero
comic book
movie?
movie.
Yeah, what was that?
Phantom. No, not
The
Phantom.
Phantom.
No,
Yeah.
no. The Phantom was Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
What was he in? Does anyone know what Billy Zane was in? Well, anyway, whatever Billy Zane was in, I forgot that guy was even an actor. Billy Zane.
Billy Zane's great. Love him.
Yeah.
He was in
Great
Demon
name.
Knight.
Yeah, he was so angry at DiCaprio in Titanic. He was always
He was
giving
a
him
rich
lip.
guy, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was rich and shit. DiCaprio's a piece of garbage, huh?
Banging his
Dumb
chick.
little Mick.
Remember when DiCaprio before the thing goes, he's gambling for the tickets to the Titanic, and he's like, if you ain't got nothing, you ain't got nothing to lose, right? Yeah. That's a fucking direct line from Bob Dylan's "Like a Rolling Stone." James Cameron, you goddamn plagiarist.
Maybe Bob Dylan's a plagiarist from That Immigrant.
Well, Bob Dylan came up with the fucking song 30 years before Titanic. All right, I want to
no,
hear
Dave.
enough.
Bob Dylan was
Shit
alive
went down
30
a long
years
time
before
ago.
the
Yeah,
Titanic. sank.
Titanic.
The
sank
movie.
1912.
The movie.
Yeah, it was a documentary in real time.
Now, so I think American Sniper is a good film. I did, but I'm not in the Michael Moore camp, and I'm not in the Kid Rock camp. Like Michael Moore, well, snipers are cowards, or Kid Rock's like, well, fuck Michael Moore. He deserves a fist to the face. You know what? It's just a movie, guys. Sometimes just judge it based on it. This isn't a real event. This is a film, and again, I compare it to like it's one of the classic, a small group of guys towards the end of the film, going against greater odds, and
Yeah.
let's see what happens.
Let's
buddy
kill
movie.
some Muslims, right?
Let's fucking light him up.
A Muslim buddy movie.
All right, so we're moving on to the next director now.
Yeah, but well, wait a second. Well, here's my thoughts about Best Picture. Why no Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh God,
No, I'm being serious.
that's sad.
That's not.
Why is that sad?
We shouldn't have a goddamn movie show if you think Guardians of the Galaxy should be
I
nominated
am-
for
okay.
one of the
You know
best
what?
pictures of the year.
Did Jaws get nominated for Best Picture?
Jaws is better than Guardians
Did
of the Galaxy.
E.T. get nominated for Best Picture?
It's better than.
Did Star
Guardians.
Wars get nominated for Best Picture?
Did it?
Yes.
It did. I'm asking. I don't
Yes,
know.
and Alec Guinness even got nominated for Obi-Wan Kenobi. For Christ's sakes. My point is, it's not like pop culture breakthrough films having to. This was remember, critically and
Commercially.
commercial huge success. And it's a great film.
They're
It's
not-
fun.
You know what,
it's
Dave?
exciting.
I actually agree with you. You're right on this one.
By the way, Pepper,
Yeah.
Batman, the fucking the second one with Heath Ledger got nominated for Best Picture. If a Batman movie can get nominated for Best Picture, you're telling me Guardians of the Galaxy can't?
You're saying so you just want to get nominated? You think it should win?
No, I don't think. No. I honestly believe in Grand Budapest should win.
yeah, okay.
But you can't throw in a nomination for Guardians.
See, this is the problem with this new Best Picture thing, where it could be up to 10.
Talk to me,
So
Daddy.
now people could, like you, could just say, "Yeah, it should be nominated." There's no reason for it
But
to
the
be
weird
nominated.
thing is, look,
there's no fucking reason.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They only nominated 8.
Yeah, I know,
So
that's
there's
what-
2 spots open.
That's why I'm saying that's the problem with it. They should keep it to 5. Well, it used to be 5, right? That
Yes,
was- yeah, just
5
keep it
for
5.
80 years.
Yeah.
But the point. But what I'm saying is it 10? I don't understand why they just chose number 8.
It's up to 10.
It's up to 10. So how do they decide that?
It's arbitrary.
They're the Academy. They know what they're doing. Dave.
But I mean, make it 10. Don't give me fucking 8 movies. I mean, what is it? So Yogi Berra over here? Huh? I mean, what are we? Steve Young over here? I'm just trying to think of all the number 8s in sports.
Great.
No, give it number 10. Another thing, because I see him over there,
Yeah.
and he worked. And by the way, Roy,
Yeah.
you know what? Just come here real quick, please, Nightcrawler, because Nightcrawler. This is
Get your Mustang,
This is our
come over
friend
here.
Josh,
Josh.
and Roy. We were smoking cigarettes in the stairwell.
Well, Josh was not.
Roy-
Josh was not.
Marijuana
Roy
cigarettes.
was smoking methamphetamine, as he always does, and he basically quoted you verbatim with why you liked Boyhood. Why did you like Boyhood?
I love Richard Linklater.
Because of what? Because of the time?
All of his previous films.
Tell him the
and
gown and the cap line.
About the time.
Well,
About time.
yeah, the gown and the
cap and gown.
Film in general is about time, compressing time, playing with time. Always about how can manipulate time, and so it's like an amalgam and a perfect.
Did anyone tell you you look exactly like Jake Gyllenhaal in
can't get past
Nightcrawler?
it.
Did
Nightcrawler's making
anyone
a lot
tell
of
you
good
that?
points.
It's so shocking how much you look like him. And my point is this: since you're here, Nightcrawler, you fucking deserved an Oscar nomination, both you and your film. I don't know where America is, why you people are sleeping, why is the Dave Man always ahead of the curve? But I'll tell you what, any motherfucker out there listening to The Watchers tonight, you go and download the Nightcrawler or go to your local cinema and see it, and you're going to be like, this was fucking great. It was original, it was current, poignant, a movie for our times.
Very enjoyable. Loved
Highly entertaining.
Loved
So why didn't Nightcrawler get nominated, Peppy Hamburger?
Well, what? It got nominated for Best Writing, correct? It was
That
Best
means
Writer written by
nothing
Dan
to me.
Gilroy.
Nothing to me. And a film I just saw yesterday, I would nominate as well. And I'll tell you something else.
What is it?
This guy's my new favorite Oscar actor. His name is Oscar Isaac. And of course, everyone
see
knows
yesterday?
he was in Inside Llewyn Davis. And I love the shite out of A Most Violent Year. And I think A Most Violent Year is going under people's radars.
That was-
It's out in movies right
That's
now.
the gangster movie in the 80s, right? Set in the 80s in New York.
See, the problem is I think they're misadvertising it
It's a
because
true
they
story?
said echoes. I don't know if it is a true story. I didn't look that up.
I believe it is.
But they said echoes The Godfather. It echoes The Godfather in gorgeous lighting and visuals. No, I mean I'm being serious. Like how The Godfather, it's very dark and gold. There's a lot of dark and gold mixed in The Godfather.
So it's not a gangster film?
Visually, the mob is involved, but they're kind of a background thing. Yes, it's definitely a crime film, but I would compare it to like an Elmore Leonard, Out of Sight, a Get Shorty without necessarily humor or pop culture dialogue.
Well, that's weird.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, have you ever seen Out of Sight?
Yes.
Okay, because this was closer to Out of Sight than Get Shorty. Take out, like, sort of the humor of Out of Sight. And by the way, what's his face? Mel Brooks. No, not Mel Brooks.
Carl Reiner.
No, the fucking comedian who was in Finding Nemo. Albert Brooks, who was in Out of Sight and was terrific in that movie, was spectacular in this movie as well.
I've heard nothing but
Finding
bad reviews
Nemo.
for this movie.
Really?
Yeah, don't have to yell at me. I just said it has to be.
No, I'm just shocked. I thought this would be like a little critical darling.
I've read bad reviews of it. I haven't seen it because of the bad reviews. I didn't see it. So.
Oh, my
So
God.
it's worth seeing.
Who gave it a bad review? I need to know. Like a New York Post type of deal?
I went to Rotten Tomatoes. It was, it's just a bunch of bad
I'm
reviews.
really surprised by that.
That's
I'm
shocking.
glad I didn't see those reviews because
I didn't watch it, but it's good. It's worth watching.
Oh, I thought it was terrific. I thought, and this Oscar, and everyone knows if you listen to the Watchers regularly, this is our monthly movie show, that I was so high on Inside Llewyn Davis. And the fact that guy can sing and play and guitar and
And he's
act.
in the new Star Wars.
And he's going to be in the new one. He's going to be Force Awakens. But that guy was terrific.
He's a great actor.
I mean, this guy's a new fucking Pacino, dude.
Is he going to be in the?
No, for real.
All right,
Is he going to be in the Cantina band? Is that his? Is that going to be?
Yes, they're starting a brand new. Right? I love that shit.
Me too.
Or the lesser known Cantina song. Come on, no one knows that one. Everyone always knows the one Cantina song, but I like the second one too.
I know it.
How about this one from Revenge of the Jedi?
Please stop.
Lopty Neck.
Revenge of the
Umbaga no nambita. Umada dambibo.
Dance around the chain around the neck?
Umada. And then they took that out and they put in a different one, which was some.
That with the dancing.
Yeah, there was
blue
like
alien.
That
That looked terrible.
Yeah, and there was like a
Yeah,
guy
she
who
was hot.
screams at the camera
Yeah.
and stuff. It was.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Why the hell did they
Most-
take out Lopty Neck?
Most decisions in the Star Wars universe are bad.
So you are. So I listen. What I'm saying is, Nightcrawler should have been nominated.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Nightcrawler nominated.
A Most Violent Year, I'm very high on.
Did
and
that come out this year though? You can't nominate it.
well, I mean, it came out in select theaters to get the nomination. But yes,
2014?
right, yes, in select theaters just to, like, for instance, American Sniper didn't truly come out.
It was released
nationally released until
limited
this year.
in December, Christmas.
Exactly,
Christmas
but
Day, yeah.
they put it out in a few movie theaters just so it's eligible
Very
for the
strategic.
Oscar noms, and it was very strategic and smart because once it got nominated on a Wednesday, every fucking person in America seemed to see it over the weekend.
That's right. Yep.
You know.
Yep.
It made a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, it was genius.
What
marketing.
are your thoughts of American Sniper?
I liked it. It's fine. It was a fine movie. I mean, it was a thriller. It was fine. And I like you, I don't give a shit about the politics of it. It's
Yeah,
just
I
a
don't think
movie.
people always need to politicize everything. What about just the character? Because I thought that the character. And listen, I'm not gonna say what happens to the guy. I didn't even know what happens to
Oh,
the
you
guy.
didn't know? I knew before going.
I
in.
didn't know
True
what
story.
happens to the guy, even though it's a true story. And by the way, A Perfect Storm was a true story, and I didn't know what happened to the fucking boat until my friend ruined it for me. He goes, you know the boat goes down at the end. I go, thanks a lot, dickwad. I bought my tickets online, and you just fucking ruined it. He's like, well, it was based on a true story. I go, I don't fucking pay it. What am I, a subscriber to a boating magazine, for Christ's sakes?
Is that Roy Harder impression right there?
No.
Pretty good, Dave.
I mean, seriously.
Well, what happens in real life to the American Sniper is he becomes president of the United States.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
It was Obama,
We-
was the American
we-
Sniper.
But they
upset?
changed him to a white guy
Right.
for the movie.
And that's the biggest problem I had. No, my issue was
Wait,
that
were
the
you-
guy, Chris Kyle, seemed unlikable.
Yeah.
He wasn't the nicest man
Well,
in the
he
world.
Kill a lot of people too.
Is that
so-
what we're supposed to get from that? That, like, what are we supposed to get from American Sniper? That even though, like, our greatest soldiers can be kind of bad people? Or there was one part where,
I think it just says it's a human guy. He's a human being.
Yeah, I think people
He's
are
not
wrongly promoting it as a pro-war film, and it's not. I think it's a kind of more of an anti-war film. I mean, showing what happens to you.
Well, wait, hold
when
on.
you go
Clint
through-
Eastwood is a staunch Republican. Is
doesn't mean he's
very pro
pro the
war.
chair.
He was very pro the war in Iraq.
No, I think he's
Roy.
more pro-documenting and showing what
very pro.
fucking comes of,
Oh, I
of
don't-
human
This
nature.
is a guy who
afterwards.
was at the Republican National Convention yelling at an empty chair, if you recall.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
but
was
Okay,
great.
this is
that's-
Clint Eastwood. We're
that's-
not talking about some
but-
fucking little liberal Jon Stewart type.
No, but once again, that's not pro-war. That was pro-gun, and that's a,
No,
that's a different,
he's
different
for
argument.
W. And listen, again, I don't want to make it about politics. I'm just saying, Clint Eastwood is not against this whole thing. I don't know what to take from it except for maybe like the guy goes into his tour of duty 4 times. After the 3rd time, the wife has like 2 kids or 3 kids, and she's pleading with the guy. Can you please stay home?
Nice.
And he's like, no, I gotta go over there
Gotta
and
get
start
that juice.
fucking start lighting some fucking guys up. And at that point, I'm like, well, maybe you should stay home. I mean, I don't know.
But something happens to these guys. That's what he's trying to show you. Is that you come
Addiction
back
to war?
here-
Is that what you're telling me?
you can't acclimate to real life anymore.
No,
This
'cause
is-
if you're-
this becomes a Candyland bullshit.
If you're telling me, actually, because I haven't thought about it like that, but if you're telling me that maybe it's like this guy is addicted to war the way Pacino in Panic in Needle Park was addicted to heroin, then that actually makes sense to me. Then all of a sudden, I'm looking at American Sniper in a different light.
I'm saying it changes you. Like you can't come back here and be a civilian.
Well, let
and
me just put words in your mouth because I think
right,
you,
let's
the analysis is better.
do it that way.
This guy was addicted to war, and now all of a sudden, American Sniper is going up in
And
my
then
book.
American Sniper sucking dick for war.
Well, yeah.
Nightcrawler, what do you think about all this shit? What would be your favorite movie?
Edge of Tomorrow.
How? Oh, Edge of Tomorrow was like the Tom Cruise Groundhog Day sci-fi thing.
terrible,
You are
Nightcrawler.
nuts, Nightcrawler.
He's crazier
You
than I
are
am.
crazier than Roy Schaefer. And you know how much crack Roy Schaefer smokes in the goddamn stairwell.
Smoking some right now.
I mean, Roy Schaefer, it's like Better Call Saul over there, for crying out loud. Nightcrawler.
I thought-
Are you being serious with this?
Totally serious.
why?
Edge of Tomorrow is just
'Cause we
good,
left that one out.
Entertaining, fun, and I haven't seen a blockbuster like that.
Well, did you see Guardians of the Galaxy?
I like that too. That was really good.
Yeah, because I mean, I know it's a popcorn movie, but it was a popcorn movie where the humor was fun, the special effects were fun, it worked in 3D, it was critically acclaimed.
Oh, can you just stop making movies in 3D
Talking
anymore? It's
raccoon.
just pointless.
No, but Guardians was the first 3D movie probably since Avatar, or actually my still,
All right, and how-
still my favorite 3D movie is Hugo by Martin Scorsese.
And how many movies have been made in 3D since Avatar?
A million.
Like, it,
and they don't work, and it definitely is a con simply to get people to pay more for their tickets at the box office.
Of
No
course.
question about it. But Hugo, did you see that in 3D?
no, I didn't.
Scorsese kicked the shit out of it. I mean, his 3D version of a film was utterly gorgeous. But because he doesn't rely on something that's going to jump out at the camera, it just became a Martin Scorsese movie, which are the visuals, cinematography are always very beautiful, but it made it even more rich, if you will.
All right.
Yeah, it's a
You
good
know what I
word.
mean?
Yeah.
So, all right.
Like Avatar.
All right.
Same thing.
3.5 minutes left in the show.
Why are you guys laughing?
No, wait, hold on. Best actor, Steve Carell for Foxcatcher. Let me tell you something about this Steve Carell. I'm 35 minutes into the goddamn Foxcatcher. I don't know if it's because I was watching it in the smoke zone. I didn't know it was that motherfucker. I didn't know it was some Daily Show correspondent. This guy knocked the ball out of the ballpark.
You didn't know it was him when he said that's what she said? About half hour into it?
I thought this Steve Carell crushed it and would not be disappointed if he wins. Bradley Cooper for American Sniper, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Imitation Game, Eddie Redmayne from The Theory of Everything, and my man, Michael Keaton for Beetlejuice got nominated for Best Actor as well.
Retroactively.
So, no, of course, for Birdman, Michael Keaton was in there. And again, I haven't seen Birdman. I don't give a shit. I want Michael Keaton to get his just deserved. I want it.
Did you see him at the Golden Globes thanking his best
Yeah.
friend, his kid?
His kid, yeah. His son Sean.
Why did Hollywood put Michael Keaton on the shelf for so long, you fucking bastards? The guy's been a great actor. The guy made huge movies, and all of a sudden Hollywood's like, oh, he makes one fucking movie where he clones himself, and
No,
everyone
Jack
hates
Frost.
it.
Yeah, where he becomes
Oh,
a
yeah.
snowman.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. Well, okay. One movie where he clones himself, and one movie where he's a fucking snowman, and all of a sudden Hollywood's like, don't touch Michael Keaton. Listen. People make mistakes. The guy shows he's a great actor. I didn't see it, but I'm sure I'm gonna like it. Okay,
You will like it, I believe.
I'm sure I will.
Is it better than Gung Ho?
He was great in it. But I think even more of a...
Yeah.
I love that movie actually.
Mr. Mom?
Gaga was oh, Mr. Mom was my favorite childhood fucking movie. When they called the washer and dryer Jaws, and he
Yeah.
has a little blankie.
The little kid Whoopi.
The little kid Whoopi.
Whoopi.
All right, let's move.
can't
Pepper.
really remember that.
Wait, Pepper's in the middle of a fucking Michael Keaton thought. For Christ's sake.
But Ed Norton.
Pepper,
Ed
I'm
Norton
sorry
was
if I
even
interrupted you.
even
Pepper.
better in the film, I think. I think he's a lock for supporting actor.
Is he nominated?
For
Yeah,
supporting.
yeah.
And let's look at the supporting people. Robert Duvall and the Judge.
Nope.
It's a very generic courtroom film. I saw the Judge. Robert Downey's the fucking lawyer. He's defending his dad, Robert Duvall, who is a judge, but then gets caught up in this murder trial. Edward Norton, Ethan Hawke for Boyhood, Mark Ruffalo for Foxcatcher. He was excellent. J.K. Simmons for Whiplash. Now that I think about it, how did Foxcatcher not get nominated for Best Picture? That was a wonderful film. I mean, it seems like if they're nominating all the actors in the goddamn movie, how does the movie not get nominated here?
Like we said, the Academy makes all these screwed up decisions. Last year, Gravity won every goddamn award, but then they just give it 12 Years a Slave for Best Picture. They don't know what they're doing.
It's also the first time.
Arbitrary. The whole thing is arbitrary.
Now, you know what I was a little surprised about? Remember, our boy for a long time last year, Mr. McConaughey, remember, between True Detective, which I actually loved and is one of still my favorite HBO series of all time, between that and
Dallas
then
Buyers
the North Dallas 40, where he played a football player who had to get, shots in his knees.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. North Dallas 40 Buyers Club, where he was a football player with AIDS, and John Matuszak also had AIDS in it. And McConaughey was huge. I was surprised that Christopher Nolan got no love for his sci-fi movie starring Matthew McConaughey.
I'm not
Interstellar.
surprised. It was garbage.
You didn't like it?
It was terrible.
You didn't like
It made
Interstellar?
No sense. It was terrible. Awful.
You didn't think it was like a
Bad.
2001 type of deal?
No.
It is nominated for something like
special-
Goddamn
achievement in
Space Baby
production
makes
design.
more sense than anything fucking Interstellar, okay?
By the way, I agree with you. I was trying so hard to like the movie in the theater. I'm like, I like it because I am a big Christopher Nolan
There's
guy.
space dust traveling through time to tell you about the love of your
achievement
fucking
of
loved
visual
one. Come on.
effects and
I didn't
achievement of sound
understand
mixing.
when he was like looking through several walls that were like
Reality
somewhat
with
invisible
time.
and somewhat not invisible, and then he was seeing himself, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on
You don't
here?
get
I'm
fucking
gonna say
time
that movie
travel,
was a
man.
pathetic joke of a film.
Now, but at the same time, I love the entire Batman trilogy, love Memento, and I worship Inception. So, and I
You
think
really like the third Batman?
and I think, yeah, I love. Hey, Batman! I love that guy.
The Penguin.
You know? Whoa, Batman! Time for you to meet your reckoning, Mr. Bat. What's up, Bat Brain? Gotham is gonna fall under anarchy, Batman. And for some reason, Heinz Ward, Ben Roethlisberger, and the rest of the Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna make up the Gotham City football team, Batman.
That was like
Bane
a-
was a great character.
That was like
Burger died in that movie.
that was like a '60s Batman TV show villain voice.
They just hired the fucking Steelers because even Cowher was coaching the
Well,
team.
it was in Pittsburgh. The movie was shot in Pittsburgh.
Was it? I thought they hired the Steelers because their colors are black and yellow, which is the Batman's
because
colors.
it was shot in Pittsburgh.
Oh, now you're telling me something. I
Fucking
don't
Heinz
know.
Ward wasn't even on the team anymore when they
All right,
came out.
let's look at Best Director real quick. Linkletter for Boyhood, Alejandro Inarritu for Birdman, Bennett Miller for Foxcatcher, Wes Anderson for The Grand Budapest Hotel, and Morton Tyldum for The Imitation Game. First of all, the fact that they nominated Bennett Miller for Foxcatcher then tells me, well, what the hell, Academy? How'd you nominate Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, Best Director, and then leave it out for Best Picture? Makes no sense. Best Director, who is going to win? Pepper Stanton.
It's two people in this race. It's Linkletter and Wes Anderson.
Do you think they will do the what I find to be the chintzy bullshit,
Yes.
dare I say,
Yes,
pussy
I know
Hollywood
exactly what you're
split?
gonna say. Yeah, the
so
split,
they're going to do
yeah.
the split.
Absolutely.
They'll give it to Linkletter for Boyhood and Grand Budapest Hotel for Best Picture.
I'm going
And
with
either
the
way.
Latin American gentleman.
No way he
Alejandro.
wins.
When are the Oscars?
It's February 22nd.
Okay, let's make our prediction right now, at least for director first. I am going. Holy shit! DirecTV is calling me. I gotta put that on thing. I've had a major issue with DirecTV.
Start paying your
I
bills.
started screaming at them. I do pay my bills, but my service goes out every 3 days. So I screamed at the guy. I go, I'm canceling service, and he goes, well, I'll give you $50 off your next bill. I go, all right, sign me up till 2021. Oh my god. Yeah, that's how easy
All right,
it
Best
is.
Director, let's go.
Best director. Who's going to win?
Alejandro.
Linkletter, Inarritu for Birdman, Bennett Miller for Foxcatcher, Wes Anderson for Budapest, or Tyldum for Imitation Game? Sean Barry.
I said they give Wes Anderson Best Director and hose him on the Best Picture.
Okay. And Best Picture, you're going Boyhood?
I don't think Boyhood will win. I think it will be Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, Roy Schaaf.
I'm actually going Anderson, Grand Budapest as well. Actually, That
For
was my-
both?
For both.
Wow. Nightcrawler, you're in.
I'll go Wes for director,
Yeah.
Boyhood for best
Wow. So you're going with the split. Peppy stands?
Linkletter gets it for Best Director.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson for Best Picture.
I'm doing the same thing. Linkletter because he did 15, 16 years. Bullshit. Will win Best Director. And Grand Budapest Hotel. That is your Best Picture. That is your Watchers pre-Oscar special. And then I guess in sometime in March we'll do our post-Oscars special, where we'll do the Oscars roundup, and then turn on. And we didn't even get to the Force Awakens. Shit. Okay, here's what I can say about this. I'm really excited for the Force Awakens. It will be the best film of the year 2015.
You know they've already started casting for the next
By a mile.
Star Wars movies.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be phenomenal. I can't get. Maybe
kidding me?
we might even have to have a whole Watchers Star Wars episode. Yes, we might have to. Anyway, we are the Watchers. Good night, everyone.